Watching Clyde Davis Jr. at quarterback, and you see a kid with all the tools. He can throw, he can run, he can manage the game. Look closer, though, and you notice something that makes what he does and how well he does it even more impressive. Clyde was born with only 2 fingers on his left hand, something that might keep others from even attempting what he does. But for Clyde, it's never held him back, and something that he really doesn't give a second thought to. Really, I just use it to the advantage. You can't have a downfall on how you start your life and how you gonna play out the way you gonna do things, and I just use it to the advantage and make the best of it.
And he has. I mean, a lot of people look at him and say, well, this is a guy, Clyde, he only has, 7 fingers or 8 fingers, whatever you want to call it. But he will tell you that he doesn't have a disability. He was born that way and he's adjusted. And that's the story of life. You have to, Stevie Wonder didn't just settle at being blind. You know what I mean? And he's not Stevie Wonder, of course, but I like it. I like his attitude. Like, he doesn't see himself as having a disability at all. So we don't call it a disability. He just enjoys trying to do with what he's been blessed with, the best of his ability.
As far as a disability, it's really not. I saw him playing basketball when I first got here. He was one of the only 2 freshmen that made the JV team on basketball, with his hand. Yeah, he dribbles with it, plays basketball, and obviously plays football with it now. So something that he worked on a lot when he was younger, obviously, to be able to use and work his way around it. In terms of quarterback play, I saw an athlete that no one really taught how to throw, properly, and he had a decently strong arm, just throwing without his lower body, up just really his arm. So I just took him aside, really started teaching him, and he's the type of kid that if you tell him one thing once, he'll never forget it.
Not only does he not shy away from a challenge, Clyde also isn't afraid of hard work, both on and off the field.
When you have a kid like that, it means he's a student in the game too, and he just wants to be good. So he's the one that's going to be the first one in, the first one out. When I first got here, the beginning of camp, that's the first thing I learned about him, is that he's just very resilient again. But he's one of the first ones in the building. Film study, he's on it. He'll text me in the middle of the night like, "Hey, coach, what am I looking at on this?" And I'll be like, "Hey, you looking at this?" So we'll literally be on the phone on huddle, at night, just trying to go over the game plan, but also his play.
He's certainly a leader. He's a captain on this team. And he's learning. He's learning because this team comes with some returning seniors and juniors. So, it's a little bit of culture shock for him. But he's in a leadership position. So it doesn't really matter what grade you're in. If you're in a leadership position like quarterback, your hand's touching the ball at every play. And he's learning, and he's going to grow from it. I love to see what happens in a couple years.
Clyde might take his birth defect in stride, but it's something that he knows other kids might look at as inspirational.
Yeah, it's kind of like with me, if he could do it, then I know I could do it. And if I could do it, then they know they could do it. So it's just all the mental push and mental toughness.
He's someone that if I was a kid, I would emulate. If I was a younger kid, I'd emulate. Obviously, he's only a sophomore, but he's one of the smartest kids in our school, over a 95 GPA. Never gets in trouble. Teachers and other coaches rave about him. He's just a great kid overall. So, yeah.
This Griffins team is one that can beat you in a lot of ways. It's a veritable pick your poison for opposing defenses, and the coach knew that from day one.
When you looked at this squad before you guys hit the field the first time, what did you see as the potential for this club?
I smiled. I was happy. We got 4 or 5 guys speed-wise. So I know that, we got a pretty good team. I felt like we could make a run if we got through the first half of the season. We got the 2 games now we got to continue to keep the foot on the gas. So I'm pleased with what we have, but I'm not, just going to stop and settle there. We're still going to work the guys.
Me and my brother were actually talking about it recently, and he was like, "Hey, from a defensive standpoint, if I was scheming, where's Waldo? You don't know where it's coming from. It's coming all different angles." So that is fun. You got a ton of athletes, and the name of the game is just getting them the ball in space and letting them do what they do.
Oh yeah, we got receivers, tight ends, the running backs can do whatever they want, get them in space. They make touchdowns, plays. It's just a whole lot of fun controlling the offense.
Goss sees this year's group as special, and he's hoping they are starting to lay the groundwork for UPrep football to become a program that other schools can look to as a way to do things right. And that starts with hard work.
It's a culture shock. It is different. But that's the thing, I want to build a program here. not just settle on one or two great players a team. We build a program of weapons at every position, and we plan to utilize every position as a weapon. So there's not really one position you could focus on, and if you do that well, then we're going to try to attack in other ways. So I want to make sure all the guys understand that.